Okay, so to take a proper measurement for your senator suit measurement, your shirt, kaftan. So these are the major measurements you will be needing. So and the first thing we'll be taking is the shoulder measurement, which is from this joint of the bone to the other joint of the bone. So now you take your tape rule. We use inches. So this centimeter, these inches, we are using inches. So you start from your number one. So we have from this point to this point. Make sure the tape rule is over the shoulder, not behind. So you have this. So his shoulder now is telling me 18. So at this point we have 18 is where you take the next tape to get the sleeve measurement. The next thing we are taking is sleeve measurement. So I'll take that again. The shoulder measurement is 18. So let me note that down. So again, from that point of 18, you bring your tape rule down to that 18. So we won't take our sleeve measurement. So it's going to be short sleeve, depending on how the person wants the length of the short sleeve should look like. So it can be somewhere here. It can be, some people want their sleeve here, some people want it very high. So it depends on whatever you want. That's for the short sleeve. Now, for the long sleeve, from this same point you have your, you stop your shoulder measurement for 18, you continue straight down. Use the other hand to hold it at this because the hand is not straight, so it's going to be bent. So you hold it at this joint, then you go to the wrist here. Now for this wrist, now we have different measurements for your sleeve measurements for suit and for your kaftan. For the suit now, we don't, because the shirt has to show underneath. So your suit measurement for sleeve stops on this bone here, this junk, the knuckle you have there. So we have 25.5. That's what I have here. But if it's kaftan, kaftan will cover up because you're not wearing any inner inside to show out. So we have 26 here. And that's for the sleeve measurement. So the next thing we'll be taking now, our sleeve is 26. 26. So the next thing we'll be taking now is the bicep. This is the bicep. You have to, so you have to take this bicep, you have to fold your hand this way so as to show so that the muscle will come out. You know, the muscle is relaxed when your hand is this way. When you bring it out, it's pump out. So you take the circumference of the muscle this way. So you put ease there, ease allowance there, so as to fix it to be too tight, depending on how fitted you want it to be. So for this one now, I'm having 15 here. So if you want it fitted than this, you go ahead to make it tighter. But there should be room there. You can put your hand, two or three or two fingers or one, depending on how free you want it. So this for 15 for the bicep. Thank you very much. So the next thing we are taking is the chest measurement. So you have to check out the back. Now it's down, it's not on the chest. You have to take it upper to the region of the chest, just this way, the upper region of the chest. So we have this. Now make sure your client, make sure the person you're taking the measurement, his hands are down, not up. Because once your hands are up, your body becomes like your body max moves up. So it's reduced. So it's better it's down and everything falls down. So you have now for the chest, now this is a fitted measurement. I have what 20. So for the fitted, I have 39 here. I have 39 here. Yeah. This is fitted, very ugly on him. He's 39. Let me see 39. So most of the time we do the fitted measurement plus 4 inches for his allowance. The 4 is his allowance. So doing that we'll be having like 39 plus 4 inches as 43. So this 43, very free on him. So, but if I'm the one taking the measurements, I won't do that. I'll just ask you how free. So you can do the same thing also with the person. So how free you want it, but it shouldn't be too tight so you can wear it properly. So you have, for him now, you want something fitted, not so big. So I'll do 42 for him for his chest measurements. So the next thing I'm going to take is a tummy measurement. So there's already difference between the chest and the tummy. Especially if you are taking for suit measurement, your tummy measurement is actually very important to us. So for the tummy now, you sometimes you ask the person if he has eaten or he has not eaten. So everyone, when they are not eating, their tummy is very flat. once everything. So sometimes we have an issue of okay, I cannot button, I cannot do this. So we have to say if it's everything or not. So if they've eaten, you always have the best measurement. So this is it. He has eaten already. So we have 34. This is 34. Make sure there is room inside, it's not too tight. So that's it for the tummy. So the next thing we'll be doing now, we'll be taking is the length, the top length, or the suit length, or the shirt length. So the length now, for you to take the length, you take it just beside the shoulder bone. Here, not here, or here, somewhere here. That you take it from. So you take it across. If the person is having belly, you make sure the tape is going across the person's belly this way. So you take it this way. So if it's going to be shirt, look at this trouser waist. This is trouser waist. So you should come a little bit below the trouser waist, somewhere here. So for his shirt, now I'm going to do 27 for him. But if it's suit, I'll bring it also to 27 for him also, or I do 20, depending on the type of suit though. 28 or yeah, 28 is not bad also, 28 for him. But if it's kaftan now you have option of making it long or short. But the regular kaftan should cover your flap of the flap of your trousers. So I will be doing 31 for him for a regular flap, for a regular top length. But if it's going to make it very long, then you can be going to 37, 30, whatever. So for this one now is kaftan we are taking measurement for. So I'll be doing 34 for him. So thank you very much. So the next I'm going to be taking measurement is the neck. So for your kaftan, we always need your measurement for your neck, both for your kaftan and your shirt measurement. So for the neck measurement, you take it this way. Sorry. So you make sure the tape is sitting at the roots of the neck. And make sure it's not choking him. So it won't be tight at the end of the day. So we have 16 here. So his neck measurement is 16. So the next thing we are taking now is the waist measurement. So we are going to the trouser now. His trouser waist measurement. So most of the time you check if the person is not putting on belt. But once you're putting on belt and you're taking your measurement on the belt, it's hard up to the waist measurement. So now I'm not taking the measurement on his belt. You can see his belt showing from the trouser. So I'm not taking it on his belt. I only shift his belt down a little bit below his waist so I can take the actual waist measurement. So the actual waist measurement I'm having here now. So if it's beltless, we need it to be very fair. So it won't be falling off when you put your phone inside. So for beltless, it's going to be using 31. But if it's going to do with belts, it's going to be using belts to hold it. Then 32 is actually very fine. So I'll be doing 32 for him. So the next thing we are taking now is the thigh measurement. This is a thigh measurement, the thickest part in the lap. So you go this way and make sure that your like 3 of your fingers can pass through the measurement, the tape rule. Like 3 of your fingers can pass through the tape rule. But although some people want it more, much very tight on them. So for him now, we are doing 24 for him because we want it a little bit smart on him. So the time measurement for him is 24. So the next thing we will be taking is the new measurement, circumference of the new. So this is a new region. We take it around this way. So depending on how fitted you want, but don't do anything this way. To be too tight, you won't be comfortable on it. So around for him now, like 2 of my fingers can pass through also. So 16.5 or 17 is fine for him. So the next thing we are taking now is the trouser length. Now we'll go to the waist, get located. We ask him where you should put his trouser. Then once you've gotten that point, where do you put your trouser, please? Okay, so that's the point he put his trouser. So I was taking my measurement from that point and make sure he's not looking down, he's looking straight. Because once he looks down, it reduces the length of the trousers. So you take your measurement this way. I will stop at the new measurement. This is a new year. Then I'll put my tape. We just wear this for the sleeve. Then to wherever I want the trouser to get to. But for him now, he wants his own to get to the ankle. So his ankle measurement is 38. So the next thing is the ankle circumference. So we'll be taking the ankle circumference. So we'll be taking the round of the ankle. Make sure it's not too tight. So most time we ask our client to measure this way across the back of the leg so that when they are pulling out, they can be sure that it's something they will pull out without nylon. So this is actually fine. It's 14, and 14 is actually not too free for him. It's actually very fine. So we'll be taking the hip measurement. So this is the hip region. Make sure it's sitting on the both butts of the person. So and not too tight. Also, it should be free. So this is 30. This is 38. So that's the hip measurement. So the last thing we'll be needing is the cap measurement, the head size. So most of the time when we ask people to take their head size, they don't take it properly. So you should sit, should pass through the back people will say ogo or pon. Okay, this is your pon, this is your go. So you should pass through this back of the head, then very fit. So you don't need to put any of your finger in between. So you should fit this way. So for him now it's 22. His cap measurement is 22. So this will sit very well on him. So that's all you'll be needing for your kaftan measurement. Thank you very much.